What up, though? And welcome to Lunchtime Detroit Lions Talk, brought to you by Detroit Lions on the Prowl and Lions Nation Unite. This your man, Curt. Today is Tuesday, September 13th, 2022. On deck for today's show, LL looks at the top graded Lions on Sunday by Pro Football Focus. Coach Mike talks about all the inactive players around the league in week one. And I discuss the opening betting line for the upcoming Lions Commanders game on Sunday. But before we get into all that, man, it's time to bring in the rest of the crew, man. He's always doing his thing. Parking lot pimping, county check pimping. Is my man, LL Cool Tones. What's going on, my dude?
What's up, Prowl Nation, and good morning.
Man, y'all know who it is, man. It is the boxing pride of Jackson, Michigan. I know he's going to be watching that Canelo fight this weekend, man. It is the Wolverine Lion. Who?
Coach Mike Jones. What's going on, Lion fans?
Let's get this thing started
right now.
Let go.
It's Detroit Lions talk, baby.
Hey, welcome back to the show, people, man. Now let's look at some of those PFF grades for the Lions on Sunday. My dude, what you got?
Yeah, we had some guys that played pretty well on Sunday, and I'm just going to take the top performers as provided in this article from Lions Wire over there at USA Today. So on offense, of course, who we all think is our highest, our top performer was Mr. DeAndre Swift, coming in at a whopping 82.3. That was a little bit low, though. I thought it would have been a little bit higher, but however, number two, right tackle Penei Sewell in at 79.8. Number three, tight end TJ Hockenson at 69.1. Number four, left guard Jonah Jackson at 67.6. And number five is Daddy Chark, Mr. DJ Chark Jr. at 66.1. Yeah, I thought a lot of these guys played a little bit better than what they are, than what PFF are grading them out. But this is out of 100, and I guess it doesn't go that high. But I've seen Jonah Jackson out there on a couple of those run plays to the left. He was swinging, or to the left. He was swinging out, kicking out, doing things like that. I thought Jonah Jackson played very well, and Penei Sewell, and of course DeAndre Swift. But let's take a look over at our defensive performers. Our number one defensive performer, of course, who we all believe, who most of us believe, is y'all's friend Malcolm Rodriguez, coming in at 73.4.
Wow.
Number two was a little bit of a shock to me. Safety Deshaun Elliott, coming in at 70.7. Number three, linebacker Chris Board, coming in at 70.3. And I meant to mention that yesterday, Coach Mike. Chris Board played, like I believe it was you that said that he's probably our best blitzing linebacker. He was in there. He was after. He was getting in there. I like Chris Board on Sunday. Number four, Tracy Walker, coming in at 70.1, and number five, cornerback Mike Hughes, coming in at 67.4. So these are our defensive performers. Of course, Rodrigo had at least in my standards, he had a pretty good game. He didn't have a monstrous game, but he played very well. Very solid game. Didn't make a whole lot of mistakes. You got to see him flash around out there. You got to see him sticking his nose in there on some important downs as well. Like I said, Deshaun Elliott, I like it. I didn't even really notice, him making very many plays out there, but he makes this list. So, good for Deshaun Elliott. Is there do you guys have any comments, or is there anybody that, that you want to, or are there any other scores that you like to see?
Yeah. No, I mean, I took a look at the article. No surprises from the PFF grade for me. If you look at the top three running backs performances on Sunday, Swift had the third most yards, but the highest yard per carry average for Sunday. 144 yards on 15 carries. Jonathan Taylor finished second. He had 161 yards, but he had 31 carries. Yeah. And the only guy that was higher was Saquon Barkley. He had 164 yards on 18 carries. So you look at those, both Saquon Barkley and Swift had some big runs. But for real, I mean, Swift had a great game. So, how was he not our top-rated guy? So there's no surprise. Sewell will continue to be one of the top right tackles in his league, man. I think he will make the Pro Bowl this year. I think he will sniff some All-Pro status depending on the success of the team. Rodrigo, man, he is putting people on notice that Hard Knocks was not a fluke. He's a rookie, so he makes some rookie mistakes, but the dude finds the ball, he gets square, and he plays on defense. I mean, that hip tosser, he tossed Jason Kelsey around. I'm like, come on, man, that's Jason. That's like one of the best centers in the league with Jason Kelsey, and he just flipped him. But I think with Rodrigo, he's going to help our linebacker core play better as a whole, and they got to do better on the run. But I think he's going to be an integral part of that. Man, Tracy Walker and Deshaun Elliott, they can be a good tandem back there on the end of that back into the defense for the Lions if they can stay healthy and avoid getting ejected from the game. Come on, bro. You got to be more careful, brother. You're a captain. But there's no really big surprises for me. Tracy Walker was having a really, really good game. So I wasn't surprised by him or Elliott, to be honest with you. Elliott wasn't having a bad game. It was just kind of quiet, you know what I'm saying? Some quiet production, but he had a good game too. But there's no some big surprises, man. I'll take PFF with a grain of salt anyway, but because they had like Frank Ragnow rated low. I'm like, come on, Frank Ragnow?
Right, yeah, I seen that.
Yeah. But the I like what I saw from a lot of the players on Sunday. A lot of players got to pick it up, but week one. Is week one. We saw a segment yesterday. Is it just 1 week or is it week one? For some players, it's just 1 week. And other players, it's week one. So you're gonna have some surprises.
I like
you know what I'm saying? So what you got, Coach Jones?
Yeah, I just two names that I thought I would hear that I didn't hear amongst the top PFF grades were Aleem McNeil. Graded like, what was Aleem doing in the game? Yeah, man. And Derek Barnes.
He was rated low. He was low. He was like our lowest guy. He was our lowest guy in the whole team, I believe, like 29.3.
So not hearing those two names in the top 10 is the reason why we struggle so much against the run. So that didn't surprise me much that they were rated lower than everybody else, man. But other than that, Rodrigo getting the highest defensive player Football Focus rating was really surprising to me. That man, I will take the growing pains. I will take him as long as he's willing to go head on like a heat sinking missile. I take it, man. He the only one who want to blow up blocks. He the only one who want to take them on. He the only one who like, come on, block me. And he got the intensity. So yeah, man, I like it, man. I just like it, man. There's nothing else to say about that. And I'm surprised that other defensive guys even got on the top 10 PFF rating because we did horrible. So that was a surprise. Tracy Walker, he did have a decent game before the ejection, but I don't see. I don't see. He
had like 15 tackles. He had a pass defense. He had a sack. I mean, tackle for loss. Yeah. Tracy Walker was having a hell of a game. His stat line was great.
Right, I thought Tracy Walker would have been higher than Rodrigo.
Yeah, I think if he'd have stayed in the game, he probably would have been.
Right, but all in all, it was what it was, man.
And knowing PFF, they probably took points away for getting ejected.
Yeah, and then you look at the Aleem McNeil thing. His snap counts weren't as because they did a lot of that NASCAR practice, especially in the second half. So he wasn't in the game, so his stats were kind of skewed because he didn't get a lot of snaps. He didn't get as many snaps as he would with a regular base defense. So I get with that, man. Hey, man, guess what, man? We like y'all. So why don't y'all like us, man? Like the video, share the video, comment on the video, man. We're trying to get to 4K, man. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel, man. You keep coming back anyway. So if you are not a member of the Prowl Nation family, go ahead and join us, man, right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl. Get home for Detroit Lions news and rumors, man. Famous discussing topic for today. Your thoughts on the Pro Football Focus grades for week one. Was somebody too high? Was somebody too low? Let us know what you think in the comments, or you just don't care at all about Pro Football Focus. But let us know what you think, regardless of what you think about the grades. You know, it is what it is. Everybody I'll take PFF grades with a grain of salt. So, you know, it is what it is. Now it's time to go ahead, man. And when I saw this topic, I was like, you know what, Coach Jones, you might be talking about something right here.
Yeah.
Let's talk about some of the names across the NFL that were inactive on week 1, man. So I'm going to go ahead and dial your number up, man. 281-330-8004. I'm calling Coach Jones up on the low to talk about this topic.
Yeah, it was a lot of people inactive week 1. A lot of people, but let's just state some of these Lion players who were inactive, because it was a few of these surprised me. I'm not gonna lie. Well, we all knew Julian Okwara was probably not gonna be active. He probably won't be active till week 2, maybe, because I give him 3 full weeks of practice. Coming back from IR, so I expect that probably week 2 he'll be active. Mm-hmm. Ifatu Melifonwu. I don't know what the injury bug has caught him, man, and hopefully he'll get back right, man.
I think it's a soft tissue. I think it's what they were saying, like a hamstring or something like that. I think it's a soft, whatever it is a soft tissue.
Okay, so they kind of nursing them back. Okay, I got you, man. But we need those 2 guys, man. They play on the front end, the back end, and they are much needed. 3 rookies were healthy scratches, and those were Chase Lucas, the 5th round draft pick, who, you know, we like, man, Chase, man, because he battled in camp to get on the team, and I think he made a few heads up plays out there. James Mitchell, who, you know, he kind of is here and kind of not here and not here. So I don't know what's up with that man. I'm gonna give him a call and see what's going on, and see what's up with him, man. Because he kind of in and out. So
you better call Coach. You better call Coach Dan Campbell, man. See what's going on with the personnel department.
Yeah, something, man. Because that boy ain't never right. And then one guy who really surprised me was Demetrius Taylor. I thought for sure Demetrius Taylor was going to be second string interior defensive tackle, playing at 1 tech. He had probably one of the more solid preseasons of any defensive player besides Rodriguez. And you know, we definitely could have used him against the run. We definitely could use him against the run, because he don't get pushed backwards. You know, at worst, he gonna get a stalemate at the line of scrimmage, if not penetrate that line. And I was looking for Demetrius Taylor to really have an impact on the game. And, you know, I'm wondering why he was a healthy scratch for the game. Yeah, I gotta ask Dan Campbell that, man, and see what's up with that, man. But all in all, you know, these guys hopefully will be back for week 2. Yeah, I think everybody should be back for week 2. Besides Iffy, I think Iffy's the only guy who's iffy to come back for week 2. But what y'all think about this, man? You know, because we got some players on there that we did not expect to be on a healthy scratch. So
I was kind of puzzled about the Chase Lucas thing myself. The young fella played good, but to be honest with you, the Lions weren't the only team that had like players missing, like inactive or big name. Like you look at the Colts, they had Shaquille. I know we call him Darius Leonard, but his name is Shaquille Leonard. Shaquille Leonard was missing, you know, and other big names were missing. And you had some guys go down. I mean, on Sunday as well. Yeah. So you had some guys that's going to be missing off the active roster. And I'm looking at the schedule for the Lions, and I'm like, yeah, man, I'm digging that. You know, you got the Commanders coming up next week. They lost another member of their defensive line. I think a rookie defensive tackle went down for the season yesterday. On Sunday. Keep thinking it's Tuesday. But you look at that, I'm like, man, you got a lot of people missing. My thing is, if we can keep the guys that we have on an active roster healthy right now, and with some of the guys that will be coming back, we could be a force, man. We can make a pretty substantial run here with the games that we have coming up. So I'm please keep these guys that we have healthy on the roster right now, man. You know what I'm saying? Do what you got to do. If they gotta practice in bubble tape, shit, keep them healthy for the short terms. We can get those. Can we get the other guys coming back? Man, the Lions they got some talent on the shelf that's gonna be coming back here soon.
Yeah.
Bella, what you got?
Well, it could be a lot of things. Like not to attribute it to that. It could just be week one. You know, maybe some guys, you know, maybe they woke up and the hamstring was a little bit tight, the back was a little bit tight. So it's like, all right, well, you know, week one, we're probably not gonna use you that much anyway, so we just let you sit. I don't know. I'm not taking too much into it. It's the first week now. Some of these guys, like especially like Julian Okora, like we get into like week 3 and week 4 and week 5, and we haven't seen some of them. I would start to be concerned. And Demetrius Taylor, like you said, like he had a real solid preseason. He even got a good nickname, Sawdall. You know, he was out there pushing people around, and he's not to be pushed around. So if we start to see some of these guys miss more time, then I'll be a little bit concerned. But right now, to me at least, it's early. You know, give him some time to come back. And one guy that I am very concerned about, and he wasn't a healthy scratch, he was a hurt scratch, is Levi, man. Like saying his back messed up. You know, they say when your back messed up, it don't not mess up. It don't get back straight. So
yeah,
I would
his career could be really short. I mean, sometimes it just happens. To an individual that has had a back injury, my back hasn't been right for a long time. I mean, I have 3 screws in my back, so it's one of those things, man. It's especially playing a collision sport like football. It's one of those things, man. I mean, we have players like that sometimes the NFL stands for not for long.
The thing is that back injury will mess you up no matter what you're doing. Like if you sitting in an office chair, you know, you ain't gonna be right. If you stand up in, you know, if your back messed up, anything you try to do, damn near ain't gonna be right.
If you sneeze too hard, your back can
get right. Yeah. You know what? I'm just thankful that Austin Bryant is off the milk carton.
He off the milk carton, man. I know who that dude is now, man.
yeah. You know, Jim always said the milk carton, man.
He was the milk carton, man.
Yeah, so I'm glad Austin Bryant is back. I'm also glad to see that Logan Stenberg finally got on the field, and, you know. So I mean, them people who I'm just happy.
It take me back to what's that next Friday? Oh, Mr. Nasty Time. Doing his thing out there, man. Hey, man. If you want to get yourself some Lions gear, man, you know how it goes, man. Now, man, go ahead, click the link in the description, man. To go to fanatics.com, get yourself some Lions gear, man. You know, some of the proceeds, us, you know, small percentage, go to help us go to content right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl, your home for Detroit Lions News and Rumors. Going over to Lions Nation Unite, man. Hang out with us over there. Actually, I just posted the article I did yesterday for Gridiron Heroics. So go ahead and check it out over there, man. Go ahead, get on the feed. It's in the News and Rumors feed over there. So go ahead and check it out, man. You know what it is over there. It's the ultimate virtual hangout for Detroit Lions fans over there at Lions Nation Unite. Herman Moore hopped into the game day chat on Sunday, man. So you never know, man. You can chop it up with one of the greatest Lions of all time right there on that app. You know, he created it, so he did it for us. And while you over there, Lions Nation Unite, hit that shop, man. LNUshop.com. Get yourself some LNU gear, man, right there. It's always game day in the LNU shop. So go ahead and hang out and get yourself some gear over there at LNU. And then while you're hanging out on the internet, while you're perusing that web browser, go on over to DetroitLionsOnTheProd.com and check us out over there. And while you over there, get yourself some Prowl Nation gear at LionsOnTheProd.com. Go on over to Delightful Bites, man. You know, they sponsor Dessert With Curt. Get yourself some desserts, man. If you like how they look, you'll love how they taste. Delightful Bites. Get your cookie on and support the American Cancer Society of Michigan and get yourself some Roar Up gear brought to you by my man, Lions Man. You know what I'm saying? The super fan over there doing his thing. And if you are a Wolverine on Saturday and you are a Lion on Sunday, go ahead over to my man, Coach Jones, Wolverine. That link in the description below. All of these links to these products and to these services are in the link in the description below, man. And get yourself some Wolverine gear, man. It's, you know what I'm saying? It's just a thing to do and support the channel right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl. Yo, home for Detroit Lions news and rumors, man. Let's get into my topic for today. The opening betting line for the Lions versus the Commanders. The Lions are a 2-point betting favorite against the Commanders on Sunday. Now, the over-under for this game is a combined 49 points. Still a little bit low. Looking at the Lions scored 35 points last week, and now the Commanders did bring this down a little bit because they only scored 28 points last week. But the Lions blew that over-under out of the water last week. Now, let's look at some of the team comparisons that affect the betting odds for this game. Washington and Detroit are just about even when it comes to yards per game. You got on offense, you got 398 for the Commanders, 396 for Detroit. Now, here's the points per game. The Lions 7 points advantage, 35-28. Now, the defensively is where there's a gap for the Commanders. They allowed 398 to Jacksonville, which is what they gained, so that was pretty even. But the Lions gave up 459 yards to Philly. Washington only allowed 22 points to the Jaguars, and Detroit gave up 38. Now, here's where the caliber of the opponent comes into factor against this for the spread. Detroit played a playoff team, right? And these guys are projected to win the NFC East and the Philadelphia Eagles. Washington played the worst team in the league last season, the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Detroit offense will have to carry the team on Sunday unless Aaron Glenn can get his group to clean up their act. I don't think we will. I just think that some of the play calling was a little bit, adventurous. They tried to take advantage of some matchups and got hurt on Sunday. I think the Lions will win this game and cover the spread. Spread being 2.5 points, I think they will do well more than that. I think the Lions can win by at least a touchdown, if not more. But opening as favorites, I mean, that's something the Detroit Lions haven't done in a long time. Man, what do you guys think about the opening spread for the Lions and the Commanders and the over/under? I'm taking the over, and I'm taking the points if I'm a betting man for the Lions on Sunday.
I mean, me too. I think it's going to be a 10-point game. Me personally, I think it's going to be 27-17 Detroit. But yeah, man. I mean, Washington played Jacksonville. I mean, you know what I'm saying? The Lions played the Eagles, and Washington played Jacksonville. So, I mean, right there, you playing the sister of the poor, and the Lions are playing perennial. Man, that's old school. That's old school. That's old school, man.
I understand. I understand.
Hey, that's
just
old
funny
school.
as hell.
You know how they say you playing the sisters of the poor.
Yeah,
and that's what Jacksonville is until they prove otherwise. And the Lions played a perennial playoff and maybe even Super Bowl contender. So that's no excuse for what we gave up. But I think the numbers are about right, but I definitely would say the Lions are gonna win by 10. 27-17 is what I'm thinking.
Okay, what you got, LL?
I say we can at least win by 3. I think that's a smart bet. We got at least 3 on them. That's all I got, honestly. I think we can at least beat them by 3. I don't know. I'm interested to see our offensive line versus their defensive line. That's the matchup I'm probably going to be looking at with most of these teams with highly touted defensive lines. So, yeah, I'm up for it. We can at least beat them by 3.
Yeah, but their defensive line, especially if you look at, they're already short on defensive tackle, and then their top defensive lineman is already out. Chase Young is already out for this game. He's on the IR. So I think that gives us an advantage, man. You look at I don't think the Jacksonville Jaguars offensive line is rated that high. So you look at, the offensive line is rated high, way higher than theirs. And they only had like 85 yards rushing against they had 85 yards rushing against that defensive line. The Lions can put up a ton of yards. And the thing that troubles me is for us on defense. You have a quarterback that can run the RPO. That gave us trouble last week. So it's going to be up to those linebackers to hold their gap assignments and do what they need to do to do their thing on Sunday. Because if they don't, we're going to be in trouble again. Not saying that
I don't think so. But go ahead, finish your thought.
I mean, not saying that what's my man's name? Carson Wentz is not as fast as Jalen Hurts. We already know this, man.
Right.
But he has good decision making in RPOs. Now, their skill position players are fast. You got J.D. McKissick over there, and you got Curtis Samuel. You got some speedsters over there on that side of the ball for the Commanders. So that's going to be keeping those guys in the RPOs, keeping those guys in check, because they get out the gate, man, they can fly. So that's my concern with that. So what do you guys think?
The speedy wide receivers, to depending on who gets matched up. If Scary Terry end up on AO, better put a safety over the top. But no, I don't fear Carson Wentz at all. Like I don't. If anything, I'm licking my chops more than Aiden Hutchinson is right now. I don't. He's not about to move around. I don't. And like you said, he got good decision making out that RPO. Shit, no, he do not. I'm welcome to him to go ahead and throw us this game. I feel like he's going to lose the game for him if anything. Like we need, not to say it like that, but we'll win the game, but he'll give us the game. So I ain't worried about Carson Wentz.
Okay.
Carson Wentz, you know what? I'm a little bit worried because Carson Wentz usually starts the season good, and then he kind of tails off towards the end of the season. So I'm worried about us getting the best Carson Wentz he gonna look all season long because it's so early in the season. You know how everybody's saying is just, oh, we playing the Lions. Okay, shit, I'm back healthy. I'm back right. I'm good. So that's the only thing I'm worried about, man, is Carson Wentz, second game of the season, him coming in and him just doing what he ain't gonna do for the rest of the year. So he just ain't gonna be healthy enough to do for the rest of the year. That's all I'm worried about.
I figure, man. Yeah, man. Y'all know who it is, man. It's Detroit Lions on the Prowl. You're home for Detroit Lions news and rumors, man. Thank you guys for hanging out with us right here on the show. Now it's time for us to do my favorite thing. What's that, Curt? It's time to hear what you had to say about the last show. It's time for the comment cards, baby. First up, we got my man Batman of the 313. He know what I'm saying. He's on that silver gold members wall. He says, I don't think the Eagles loss changed my mind on the team. Old Lions have folded, but this new Lions team will never give up and play hard. I agree with you 100%, my man.
Yeah. Gio Raider says, honestly speaking, the game as a whole didn't change my outlook. As AG stated in Hard Knocks, the team and fans need to have a mindset we are winning each game we show up to. Thus, the Lions can be a surprise team. During the first half, I was questioning the offensive play calling, didn't see the first 2, 3 and outs, as that was killing our D in my opinion, which led to my opinion, the poor second. Slightly better third. Hutch, in my opinion, didn't have the stats, but I believe Philly wanted to ensure he didn't have the stat line, which allowed others to get at it. Hutch was close. We were playing, leading rushing quarterback a season ago. He could move around. So, I don't necessarily fault him. I wish we could have got, on him more, but I don't really fault him. He was running away from guys. So, a lot of guys ain't got that ability. So let's see how it goes going forward.
Yeah. Hutch did get a few pressures in there, though. So.
Yeah, I think like 3 for the game. That was pretty good.
Yeah. Dr. Detroit, what's going on, Doc? He says Swift did well. O-line did well. Receivers need to catch the passes that are thrown to them. I do agree. I do agree, Chark and Amon Ra. It said the D-line needs to stop the run with the linebackers, and the cornerbacks need to start looking back when covering and find the damn ball. I mean, that basically that could be our team's plan going into the game. So yeah, you covered it all, man. They definitely do need to start looking back though, but I just don't think they was concerned about looking back because they was concerned about that man child out there, AJ Brown.
Concerned about what's going on in front of him.
That dude was. It was something. It was something terrible. But yeah, thanks, Dr. Detroit, man. Lyle Scholl says a diehard fan for years. Everyone's talking how good the Eagles defense is. So the Lions offense that good or the Eagles defense overrated? I will say the Lions offense is good. I believe that. I think they're picking up where they left off last year. We were a good offense last year at the end of the year. We were very effective moving the ball. I think that we're picking up where we left off last year, and with a healthy offensive line, it's gonna be something to deal with, man. We're gonna be something to deal with, brother.
After we got rid of LL's friend, Anthony Lynn.
Boy, y'all are these friends. Y'all be killing me with that.
Well, friend of the show, Chaman says this game did change my outlook in a positive way on the team for this season. If we can hold our own against playoff / Super Bowl contenders, I can wait. I can't wait to see what we do against teams like Washington and Jacksonville. My overall outlook is that they will be a 9 to 10 win team this year. Go Lions.
Okay.
Very optimistic there,
Yeah.
Chapman. Very optimistic, buddy.
Yeah.
I picked 7 to 10 wins, so I'm sticking with that.
Right. Me too. Actually, I'm like 7 or 8.
We got at least get 7, in my opinion.
Yeah. Cover that spread. Betting line. King SJ says we put up a good fight against Philly Birds, which is something to build off of for now. Can't wait to see us come out with that kind of fight next week against the Commanders. I will be in the stands. So pumped. Okay. He gonna be in the game. Man, I really do hope that we come out and we play how we at least we don't take no steps back and we match the same intensity. I believe we should come out on top by 10 points, but I'm gonna say it all day long.
Yeah, definitely. I feel you on that, man. Yeah, man. Thank you, everyone, for commenting on the video, man. Yesterday's video. We love reading the comments, man. We're fans just like you guys. So, let us know what you think about the show or about the team. Whatever's going on in the team. Comment on the segments of the show, a family discussion topic, whatever. You know how we do it. We read 6 of those things each show, and that's what we do at the almost the end of each show with the comment cards, man. But y'all know what it's time for. It's time for Dessert with your man Curt, brought to you by Delightful Bites, custom cookies and desserts for any occasion. If you like how they look, you'll love how they taste, man. Go on over there, man. The links in the Facebook, her Facebook page is in the description. If you don't do the Facebook thing, you can email her directly at delightfulbites18@gmail.com. Go on over to TikTok or Instagram, man, and see all that beautiful dessert footage, man. Delightful Bites. Get your cookie on. Now, DeAndre Swift is nominated for the FedEx Ground Player of the Week. You can go over to the NFL.com or you can find the NFL Twitter feed and vote that way. You can vote for DeAndre Swift, man. Go ahead. He's second in voting when I voted yesterday. So go ahead over there and check it out, man, and just go ahead and vote for my man, DeAndre Swift. He did his thing on Sunday, and I believe with the yards per carry, he should be the FedEx Ground Player of the Week. But congratulations for the nomination for the young fella out of Philly against Philly, getting that nomination for the FedEx Ground Player of the Week over there on NFL.com. Now it's time to go ahead and scoot on over to the Wall of Fame. We got my man. He is the king of everything because he's the everything king. You got George Eagle over there, David Anderson, Sage Roberts, and Shane the Insano right there for our bronze members. It is our silver members. We got my man Cap Ice Cold, Batman of the 313, who was in the comment cards today, and Henry Wallace rounds out our silver members. For our gold members, man, y'all know what tomorrow is. It's Wednesday. That means it is Gold Members Meeting Day. Tomorrow at 3 p.m. You got Mr. Reliable Michael Huck, Larry McQuiston. You got Just in the D, North End Ken, Michael Lewis, Lady Lionor of Deuce Bagia, Paul Jarose, the Jazzy One, and the Dr. Detroit. He is always in. To become a member of the Wall of Fame, click that join now button down in the description, man. Now it's time for final thoughts on this two-piece Tuesday, Taco Tuesday, whatever you eating for your lunch on Tuesday. My man, my mellow, get on the mic because you know you eat blue jello.
Yes. Happy $2 Tuesday, two-piece Tuesday, Taco Tuesday, whatever it is to you. Have a great Tuesday, and let's go Lions, man. I'm excited for Sunday.
Yeah, I want to shout out my co-worker's son who plays for Columbia Central. He actually had his first game as at running back. He plays tight end and linebacker. Through injury, he had his first game at running back, and he is right now in the lead as being player of the week here in Jackson County. He had 15 carries for 135 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Okay.
And he also had 4 catches for 47 yards and another touchdown. So he had 4 touchdowns on Friday night, man. So yeah, man, Ty Farmer from Columbia Central, man. Big shout out to him, man, because he was showing out against that team, man. So hey, do your thing, man.
Okay, the young fella bossing up and balling out there for Columbia Central, man. All right, well, your man Curt Steele. Today's final thoughts are it's time to turn the page, man. On to the Commanders. That's what we need to do. Leave the Sunday's game in the past and turn the page and get ready for this matchup on Sunday. I believe the Lions can make some noise and go ahead and get that first dub of the season in Ford Field versus the Washington Commanders. It's Tuesday, man. Like I said, go on over and check out my article over there on Gridiron Heroics, or you can get it right there in the Lions Nation Unite app. So, it's all about some of the positive takeaways that we can get from the game on Sunday. Everything is not the sky's falling because we lost the first game of the season, man. And all those Sable Lions people, man, calm yourself down. It's gonna be all right. But with that being said, man, it's Tuesday, man. Taco Tuesday, 2-piece Tuesday, whatever you eating Tuesday, man. Go ahead. I know it's the week is starting to grind hard now. Tuesday, you're getting those meetings. Man, we got another meeting today, man. Yep. So, what I'm saying? You need to do what you need to do. Pay attention, you know what I'm saying? But in the back of your mind, think about some Lion stuff, man, to get you through the rest of the meeting. And make sure you take some good notes so you can go back later on. But with that being said, if you're getting a little frustrated at work, getting a little bit of overwhelmed, take a deep breath, take a step back, man. Woo, calm yourself down, woo-sigh, and go ahead and get back at it. If you need help, go ahead and get it, because asking for help is a sign of strength and not weakness. And that is so true. Doing Mental Awareness Health Month right here on the show, man. If you need to get your mentals checked, man, please go to a licensed professional. You can't do it by yourself, man. Sometimes you need someone with those degrees to help you out and get you through some of these tough times. So get your mentals checked out. So 2-piece Tuesday, man. Hey, $1.79 2-piece chicken down here at in the South, man. Woo, we
gotta come down there.
You gotta partake in that thing, man. And it's always good to get yourself some good Popeyes on a Tuesday, or have yourself some good tacos, man. Carne asada, that's my favorite, man. Them steak ones, man. So, but whatever you're doing, man, whatever you're eating, whoo, them crumbs off your face. Finish your drink and get back to work, baby. And whatever you're doing in life, you got to boss up, ball out, and be the best version of you that you can be. For my fellas, LL and Coach Mike, this is Curt Steele, and we will holler at you real soon. We love you, Jim.